So here we are, 3 games into the season, and we've already had our first international break. Just what we needed, right? A 2-week pause where we all collectively forget the stress and disappointment and general headache that is being a Man United fan these days. Honestly, I've quite enjoyed 2 weeks devoid of frustration, anger and the sound of teeth being ground into bloody stumps. But hey, we're back this weekend facing Southampton, so let's talk about what actually might be worth getting excited for. Let's face it, while most football fans across Europe begrudgingly endure the international break, there's this one small corner of the northwest of England that was positively thrilled about it. The red half of Manchester saw this as a well-deserved holiday from a team that's doing its best to ruin our weekends. Even Ten Hag couldn't wait to get away as he sprinted off to the warm embrace of his homeland. The rest of us, well, we've enjoyed the silence, no panic, no frustration and no 90 minutes of football-induced misery. All I can say is that I hope you enjoyed the break, as the test of spirits that is Manchester United are rolling back into view like a clown car full of constantly injured footballers and completely deluded supporters, blind to the impact of 20 years of failure. What has been entertaining though is watching the English football media try to survive without United as their daily punching bag. Honestly, without us, what would these guys even write about? They've been twisting themselves into knots to generate headlines. Eric Ten Hag losing a testimonial game where he was a guest manager in a game his side actually won. I mean, come on. And how about Marcus Rashford's apparent weird commitment to improving his fitness during the break? Apparently getting better is suspicious now. It's pretty clear that if Manchester United aren't playing, the football media really don't know what to do with themselves. But of course, that break is now over, and here we are, gearing up for Southampton this weekend. 3 short games ago, I was a picture of optimism, but if the start of this season, and last season, and the season before that has taught me anything, it's that we need to stop being so bleeding gullible. You'd think I'd learn after the last few seasons. Optimism and United just don't mix. We can sign big names, we can win unexpected trophies, but one thing is certain, you can't rely on us. Now, if we were any other team, Southampton will be a guaranteed 3 points, but being United, it will most likely be a 90 minutes mixed bag of composed passing, joined up pressing, a lack of attacking intent, cow's arse with a banjo type finishing, and defensive lapses that would make a team of 5-year-olds marauding round a poorly drawn out pitch on a public park blush. Southampton, let's not forget, are tipped for a quick return to the Championship, but of course we find ourselves nervous. Our performances haven't been that bad, but it doesn't take much for us fans to go from being confident to borderline panic attack. Our recent trip to Brighton being a perfect example. Decent performance, a bizarre but correct offside call that would have put us 2-1 up, and suddenly the entire team shits itself, forgets how to mark, and end up getting beat by the last head of the game. So why should we bother to watch this weekend? Well, believe it or not, there are some actual reasons for optimism here. Yes, I know that's dangerous territory. For starters, Dalot, Mazraoui and De Ligt have all looked actually pretty decent so far. We've signed a real defensive midfielder in Manuel Ugarte, and we get to see Kobe Mainoo play again. Oh, and let's not forget Rasmus Højlund. He might actually be fit enough to play some part in the match. Plus, there's our record against Southampton. It's actually a lot better than you'd expect. We've only lost once to them in the last 20 years, and both of those losses came at Old Trafford. So far this season, they've been pretty dreadful. Lost all their Premier League games, conceded 5, managed to score once. If ever there was a game we should win, this is it. All that being said, I'm expecting a strong side to line up as follows, with Onana at the back, behind Dalot, Martinez, De Ligt and Mazraoui, Ugarte and Mainoo in the middle, with Rashford, Ahmad, Bruno and Xerxes to start. It's not necessarily who I think should start, but it's who I'm expecting to. Will it be smooth sailing? Probably not. It is United after all, but we might actually see something resembling progress this weekend. Or, more of the same chaos. Either way, strap in, it's going to be interesting, and I'll see you in the match review.